What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It is Saturday, December 28th, 2024, and we are back for the last Sound Off Saturday of the year. I know it sounds crazy saying last, considering we only had one before this, and that was back in November of this year because it was something I just kicked off in November. And I know I usually traditionally would have it in the afternoon as a midday stream, but I said since the last one, I'll have it at 6. But just know that when January rolls around and I do it again, it'll be in the middle of the day going forward. But shout out to each and every person that is here. Shout out to everybody. I'm getting my stuff mixed up. If you haven't done so, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And if you are new to the channel, I'm glad that you are here. Hit the bell twice to be notified whenever I upload a new video or go live. And I don't know about y'all, but I think they starting to send out the email notifications again, because I've been getting them lately to my Gmail account whenever I go live, or if it's someone I'm subscribed to and I have the notifications turned on, they'll send the notification alert to me. Or if it's someone's leaving a comment, I get it. And I've gotten all of them. So I would check those email notifications if I were you. I'm just saying. Make sure y'all go ahead and do that if you haven't done so already. But let's see who do we have in here so far. We got Miss Nisi. We got Hacksign KT. We got Wallow J. Anita Harrell. Patricia Jones. Iron Will. Anthony Phillips. J.K. Rokumuro, Dewani, Miss Renee. Shout out to Geo Wolf Art 19 for subscribing to the channel. Carlton Way, Ruviency, Felicia, John Guillory, and Retro Gemini 99. And also shout out to John for being a member for 19 months. He says B1 to you. We got Donna C in here. We got Young Nine just entered the building as well. So this is like Sound Off Saturday. So I have the link already pinned at the top. So if anybody would like to come up and sound off, and this is going to be interesting because we're just like going over, like recapping the year. It's a lot of stuff that happened between January and this week, honestly. For 2024, there's been a lot of stuff that has been happening. So we're just going like just recapping the year as we see fit. You know, talk about the good stuff that happened, talk about the crazy stuff that has happened, because there's definitely been a lot of that. So it's just going to be one of those type of streams. So if you would like to come up, you can just click the link that's right there pinned at the top, and we can go from there. But somebody is already in the back already. Let's see. Who do we have? So here we got Hurricane Nisi. What's going on? I'm surprised Wallow Jane come up first.
Good evening, Tori, and good evening, family in the chat. Well, kind of like deja vu, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Remember your last celebration last year?
Yeah.
And I made mention about 2024, let the shit show begin.
Yeah.
Has it not been one?
Oh, it definitely has been one. It's been a major one at that.
Well, let's see. Let me recall what has happened thus far. Kudos to Cat Williams. Although we didn't know he was a prophet, he prophesied what was going to happen in 2024.
Right.
And between all the exposing of the boule, shills, bootlicks, raccoons, frauds, that's you, Fat Joe. This has been a time for foundational Black Americans, the lineage base, the reparation movement. We are being talked about. We are being watched. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. We got to continue to go all in. No letting up. We ain't never scared. We gonna make it do what it do.
I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Okay. But thanks
All
for
right.
coming up.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Miss Nisi or Hurricane Nisi for coming up and kicking everything off. And next up, we got Wallow J. What's going on?
What's up, Torian? What's up, everybody in the chat? And like Miss Nisi said, the shit show it was shit. Good God Almighty, Cat Williams was right, but also who was right was our good friend Kid Gravity Beyond, because at the end of this month, he told us. Well, he told us for almost the last 2 years, the white vote was going to doom us all, and look what happened. Basically a year later. Well, especially what's going on right now, Tony. I don't want to go too
Yeah.
much in it because I don't know if you're going to talk about it or not in a
I
live
I I
video.
I am. I'm gonna talk
Yeah,
about it. That I'm gonna talk about that on Tuesday. I think that'll be the perfect last live of the year to
yeah.
do. So yeah, on Tuesday I will be talking about all the stuff that's been going on Twitter for the last few days. That right there, I did not like. Who would have thought that something like that was going to be how we're going to end this year off? Like that is absolutely insane. What is going on over there right now? They have been going at it since December 25th. It is now the 28th, about to go into the 29th, and they're still going off over there. It's crazy, but I'm loving it though.
Me too.
It's hilarious. Those of y'all who are not on Twitter, y'all missing out on a good laugh. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all are missing out, but that's fine because whatever y'all missed out on, I'll do my best to bring as much to y'all as I possibly can. I've been bookmarking like crazy. KG been sending me stuff. I've been seeing stuff pop up on my timeline. I must have bookmarked probably over 10 things in the last couple of days just related on that. Of course, I'm gonna probably have to see if I'm sure there's going to be some articles out there right now related to it. So yeah, the stream on the 31st on New Year's Eve is going to be a very interesting one. So interesting, in fact, that I'm starting the stream 2 hours early because usually I would do it at 6. I'm starting it at 4.
Yeah, because God, I'm telling you, family, they still going in. It ain't gonna stop until January. That's just how I feel. And
It might
God
go.
Almighty knows.
It might go past January.
Yeah, you lying. Because all of them are on notice. Every single last one of them. And then all them Asians just found, well, I ain't go too much in that, but all them that found out how them folks feel about them. All black folks gonna say is, we tried to warn you, and I'm gonna land my plane there.
Appreciate you for coming up. Shout out to Wallow J for coming up. I think I got a couple of super chats that came in. Shout out to John for the 25. He says, B1, let's get it. He said, your Candace Owens commentary was spot on. Are you talking about the short? Yeah. I'm going to try to post more of those shorts as well because I found another one I want to do a short on from a video someone posted up on Twitter today. And the reason why I didn't record anything yet is because I need to find out how to record it. The things about shorts is that you're limited to a minute. So like that Candace Owens short that I posted up today, it cut off the last 6 seconds of what I said, but that was besides the point because I got everything that I wanted to say before that cutoff point. It's just that trying to get everything in a minute is not the easiest thing. That's when you have to become real creative and try to formulate all your points and get straight to the point. Shout out to you, Iron Will, for the 10. He said, blessings to you, Torian, and the rest of the FBA/Freedman family. 2025 will be bigger and better for us. And also shout out to Crew Reality, Jurassic, American Indian, Aaron, JK, Stolen Ancestors, and anyone else that I might have missed on the way in. But like I said, if anybody would like to come up, I have the link pinned at the top. Crew Reality says that the shorts is 3 minutes now. I don't know because for some reason it cut mine off at 60 seconds. So I don't know if the rollout has been for everybody. It hasn't been for me because when I uploaded it yesterday, 60 seconds was my limit. So, but luckily for me, I was able to get out what I needed to say. But there is one that I do want to make based on a video. The video itself is 13 seconds, but the commentary, has to be a minute or less. I have to look more into it just to be sure, because for some reason mine didn't say 3 minutes. Hopefully it is. That way I don't feel like I have to rush to say what I gotta say. A Neo Panther was going on. Keith was going on. Well, don't nobody want to come up? We only got 2 people that clicked the link. Nobody has nothing to say. This is just basically free talk. And like I said, a lot of stuff happened this year. Like we were just going over, like what we was just talking about was more collective stuff, but there was some other things that happened this year too. And I'm talking about stuff that happened outside of the election. Neo said, my kids are running all over the place if you're okay with cub noise. Hey, it is what it is. IC said a 14-year-old boy attacked by Mexicans calling him the N-word all on camera happened twice. Students admit they've been calling him that word since school began, and he was charged with assault for defense. See, what have I told y'all? Black people, they have made it where it is illegal for you to defend yourself. I never heard of that story. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, Ms. Nisa, yeah, you and Wallow can come in and talk, like come up again, you know, if need be, and I'll probably just let y'all stay up here. You know, that way I'm not just not so much talking to myself, but you know. But yeah, Icy Watts, I never heard of that story. I might have to look into that. But like I said, that goes back to what I've been saying about Black people when they defend themselves. Is they make it seem like it's straight up illegal, because every time that happens, then we face the consequence. And someone brought a story up to my attention from something that happened back in 2016. I never heard of it, where you had this Black father who was robbing banks because he was trying to pay for his daughter's cancer treatment because the insurance wasn't trying to cover it. And that sort of reminded me a little bit of that Luigi Mangione situation, except he didn't go take it as far as he did. And they actually locked him up, and the judge sentenced him to like 25 years. I don't know if y'all heard about that or not. All right.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I heard about that recently. Someone sent that to me recently.
All right, let me shout out the family in the chat. What up in the Mix Radio? Donna C, Breeze Omega, Don P, AW1. Blessings, y'all. Blessing family.
Okay, I ain't gonna do all that, but okay. Hey, everybody again.
Oh, Torian, let me tell you. Christmas Day, my son's been home for a month, and he spent Christmas Day with me, and we watched Cross, because I've been telling him about it. So we watched the first 4 episodes Christmas Day, and then we finished it up yesterday. Let me tell you, that last episode, my son was like, what in the world? I didn't give him no clues. I just said, watch and pay attention. When it was revealed that Miss Nancy was the one stalking Cross, he's like, man, I did not see that coming. I said, me neither when I watched it the first time.
Right. All right, we got a couple more people that just came in. We got Keith and we got L Manzi. What's going on?
What up, Nightfall Drop?
Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm good. You good?
Wallow, how was your holiday?
Oh, it was good. It was great. Had my mac and cheese, my pigtails, so I was good.
I hear you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, y'all can go ahead and speak. I'll go ahead and mute my mic.
Yeah, I mute my mic too.
Hey, what's going on, Tori?
What's going on?
Not much. I just wanted to come up here and say that I had a good holiday and everything. Want to wish everybody a happy New Year as well.
Appreciate it. Same to you.
I think my I wanted to recap on is the election and everything. Like it really shit a lot of people down. Especially like the Democratic shields that kept just talking and stuff like that. Because
Mm-hmm.
like I I mean the funny part about it is like I actually had like a strange prediction. Like I actually like pictured the whole like the entire country like turning red and everything like that. And
Mm-hmm.
then when the map came up, it just had I just had like a wild shock factor because like it was like I actually like predicted something like this would happen where the whole entire country almost turned red, and I was like wow, that she lost by a landslide.
And one thing I've been telling people, I said, win or lose, I said, whoever gets in, I hope that whoever supported them is prepared to go all in with the support. And looking how everything is starting to kind of put itself into place right now, especially on Twitter. And like I said, I'll go into a little bit more on that on Tuesday, on the Tuesday stream I'm gonna do. I said MAGA is mad right now. They are in shambles right now. I mean, the crash out is real, and isn't and the inauguration is about like 20 some odd days away. And the two people that's kicking it off, he appointed them to. Ironically, in those two new position introduced the Department of General. What I don't know what the East. I forgot what the East stood for, but the whatever that department that he just created and he put ramen noodles and Elon Musk a part of or a team up with are the ones that are leading the charge with everything that's going on right now. I mean, have at it. That's all
You
I gotta
mean
say.
Yeah.
you mean government efficiency?
Yes, the
Yeah, that's
Department
what
of
it is.
Government Efficiency. I was about to say the Department of General Electrics.
Well, my opinion is you got a bunch of rich folks now in power at the White House, and they're gonna rob the working poor. That's my opinion.
Right.
Yeah. Uh, but like, I seen Kid Gravity, the lives that he does like in the morning and stuff, and I know like it's a lot for the right wingers. It's a lot of that's really like bad at Elon and Vivek because they said that they was trying to import more Indians into those tech company positions and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, this is what y'all voted for. Get these people in these positions. It's good. It's okay for y'all when they're on the anti-black rhetoric, but when they get in and y'all get screwed, y'all you see karma hits both ways.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Hey Keith, do you have anything you want to input in?
I was sitting there. I didn't want to. Can you hear me well?
I can
I
hear
didn't
you.
want to interrupt on what y'all was talking about. That conversation came out before I wanted to say what I wanted to say, but I agree with him. I agree exactly what y'all saying. They got what they voted for. Got what they voted for. So hey, turnabout's fair play, ain't it? That's what I got told when I was a kid. Turnabout is fair play. But real quick, I want to wish everybody best wishes in the next new year. I also wanted to say I'm a Gen Xer, lightweight. I'm in right there at that borderline between the baby boomers and the Gen Xers. I'm proud of us standing up, and for people behind me, as far as generationally, standing up for what we did when they tried to steal hip hop from us. I'm really glad to see that, and a lot of people don't talk about this when it comes to that conversation. We all know what the real deal is. We know we made it. But I always, when they talk to me about that, meaning Latinos and whatnot, people of other ethnicities, if you go back and look at the core of hip hop, when they sampled them songs from who?
Black
Black
people.
American. A Black American. So how? Where's your input on something? If you say you helped create it, it still don't add up because if you did, you still sampling from the stuff we made beforehand. It makes no sense. Go back and look at some of the biggest hits, some of the biggest hook lines. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. Roger Trotman, Ohio players, all them guys I grew up around. Those were the hooks. Those were the samples. So tell me how you can influence something if you're not even part of the basic essence of what it was. Scratching, mixing, break beats that was taken from Black Americans. So I'm glad everybody stood up on that. Now mute my
Yep.
mic. I just wanted. I know I didn't want to go in a different direction because I know everybody else was talking about something else. That's the reason
Oh,
why I
no,
muted.
oh yeah, no problem. But
No, he
yeah,
good.
I completely agree. Like that's why we was definitely really calling out Fat Joe with this one. But just understand that it only can't be with Fat Joe. It's gonna have to be with everyone who tries it. It's just that with him, it got to that point where we just couldn't take it anymore. And it's not only just him saying, a lot of people think, oh, it's because he said the N word. He's like, no, that him saying the N word, that was like surface. But when he got to the point where he started talking about black people were radical, black races and stuff like that, and all types of other stuff, then that's when we was like, okay, now we got to stop him dead in his tracks from wherever direction he thinks he's about to go. And then just like, put the halt right there, pump the brakes right there. Shout out to Sybil for the 20. They said goodbye 2024, hello 2025. I appreciate you. Go
A
ahead, Miss Sybil.
Torian. Last night on Black Alpha's live stream,
Mhm.
it was reported that Fat Joe's latest album, I don't even think it charted.
I didn't even know he had an album.
I didn't know he had an album
I
out.
think he
Like
put it
they
out like
said,
2, 3 weeks ago.
Hmm.
I know. They said like, I know Black Apple was saying that the first week sales was so low, and show like what's the actual number for the first week sales.
Oh well, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I didn't
Y'all
even
do
know.
know?
I didn't even know he had a new album. What'd you say?
Do you know the last album when it premiered? It only sold 5,000 copies.
And when was that?
Oh, that's about 3.5 years ago.
See,
Dang.
I
I
didn't
didn't
even
know
know
he
he
had an
had a
album
last
out.
album. See, like that, and see, that's exactly what we're talking about. And the thing is, we're not just saying that because we don't like the guy. I'm genuinely saying that because I did not know. I really didn't know that he had an album that he just released, nor did I know about this album he released 3.5 years ago. And apparently, neither did anybody else if it only sold 5,000 copies in the first week. So that just shows you right there. Nobody's checking for Fat Joe, which is a good thing. But also, for some odd reason, he keeps getting Elman's. Can you mute your mic? Because you got a
Oh,
lot of wind
my
in the back.
bad.
All right. For some reason, they keep trying to push him onto us like we're checking for him, much like they keep trying to shove Cynthia Erivo in our face and like we're checking for her. We're not checking for her either. Because I remember when they started first promoting that movie Wicked and people saw she was in it, people was like, that's how that's how I remember people. That's how people was reacting. It was like, oh, she's in it.
But I didn't know who the witch was at first until I saw the name. I said, "Oh God." I didn't know who it was. I didn't even recognize her. I was like, "Who the hell is that?" Then I saw that. So never mind.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
We got
like
another.
Donna C said in the chat, she said Fat Joe's latest album triple flop.
All right. We got another person that's about to come up. Patricia, what's going on?
Hi, Joanne. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. I just want to recently say that oh, okay, great. Fat Joe, I believe he been doing a lot of dog whistling when he was showing his emotions towards the FBA and how we caused him to crash and burn, as to say.
He called. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. He caused himself to crash and burn. All we did was just make sure that the fire just stayed ignited, because like we wasn't about to put it out, because it's like he could have easily done or okay, let me put it this way. He got into the industry, he got into hip hop. Okay, that's all good and well. It's not like we haven't seen a non-black rapper before in our lives. We've seen it over the years. It's just that for some odd reason they get a little too comfortable, whether on their own or other people around them make them feel comfortable, and then they start doing too much. I'm still cracking up when I was listening to the video that I had showed y'all during the live, when he said that his brother carried the crates for Grandmaster Flash. That part was the funniest part to me. I'm like, what is that? Okay, I'm like, what is that supposed to mean?
No, the part that got me is when he was talking about his babysitter and let everybody say "ho." I said, "Are you for real?"
Oh yeah. I forgot that he did say that. But I'm like, okay, so what's your point? But the thing is, like I said, it also on that live, which by the way, y'all ran the numbers up on that live. Shout out to each and every one of you, even though clearly even the ones not here, because that live had over 1,200 people in the middle of the day. And I didn't think that was going to be possible, since the other live that we did, and I'm gonna talk about that after this, because like I said, so much stuff happened. You are, well, like I said, you are a guest, and I treat it like a house guest. A house guest only comes and stays with you for maybe a couple of days, and usually they're going to tell you when they're going to leave, and it has to be within that time frame. It's a short, small window. Anything past that, at that point, you are now what we call a roommate, and a roommate does not nest for free. You have to start paying rent or contributing to something to the household in some monetary form or fashion. For some reason, Fat Joe didn't get that memo, and he's been nesting for way too long for free. And now we're telling him payments due, long overdue at that, with interest on top of it.
Well, Toya, and I have a question. Please keep us abreast of what's going on. I want to know when he's going to start losing his endorsement.
He need to be losing them right now.
Yeah, because I know that they need to stop asking him to host the BET Hip Hop Awards. Yes, I know it's owned by Viacom Paramount, but still, they need to stop asking him to host that. I know he had recently got some kind of a hosting gig with Stars, thanks to 50 Cent. I know that recently happened, but I don't know anybody who was watching it. I know I didn't watch it because the show just didn't look interesting, and he was hosting it, so that was 2 knocks against it. I didn't need a third one, so I didn't even pay it or give it any attention.
He'll start crashing and burning real soon, because ain't nobody gonna watch that show. They'll cancel that show after one season.
Yeah, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you the name of the show, honestly. I just remember.
Well, the only time I'm on Stars is when BMF or Power or Raising Canaan. That's the only time I'm on Stars.
Same here.
Yeah, that's the only. And then you know how they love to cancel stuff. If it ain't doing much, they'll cancel it real fast.
Yeah, so hopefully they did snatch that away, because you know that left a huge blemish right there. Because like I said, people have been allowing him to get away with stuff for so long, but this one right here, this was the moment when people saying, "Nah, we ain't letting you go any further than this. This is the end for you right here." If it was up to us, it would have been a long time ago. But because we're not in that industry, we can only do so much.
Well, kudos to Tariq Nasheed and Microphone Check. That set the record straight once and for all.
Yeah, definitely. And
I want to say this, Torian, and I'm gonna drop down, man.
Okay.
He did have a quasi spot at the Super Bowl party, aka Jay-Z. Now, how that's gonna work out, we're gonna have to see. But I wanna, that's gonna be very interesting. His reception, if they do go through with that, because we already know what's going on with Jay-Z, but he was slotted for the introduction at the halftime show. So with that one, man, I'm gonna drop down. I wish everybody, like I said, Happy New Year, best wishes next year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Now, going back to what I was saying before about other things that happened this year, going back to a live that I did that had a lot of people in it, was when Ann Coulter checked ramen noodles. I know we
Oh,
all
that was
remember that.
glorious. That was
that was funny.
glorious.
So I know we all remember when that happened. And I said, when I saw that, I said, I definitely have to turn that into a triple P. And that was that was probably one of my most watched live streams. I mean, as far as views go, because it was a lot, it was almost 1,700 people in there. I was completely shocked that how many people was there. But yeah, when she told him that you have all these good ideas and everything like that, but I wouldn't vote for you because you're Indian.
Vivek probably think right now, who got the last on laugh now, bitch. Exactly what he thinking right now.
Yeah, but he's there for now, but for how long?
Him and Elon. Because I don't think they're gonna make it after midterm. After midterm, they're gonna be out of there. Uh-oh. Torian took himself off the screen. Did he?
Yeah, he did. Torian, where'd you go? Okay, it's on me and you, Wallow.
All right.
My bad, y'all. I clicked the back button on my.
What you want to talk about, homie?
I clicked the back button on my mouse by mistake.
He pulled a KG on us.
my bad.
Torian?
Yeah, I clicked the back. Yeah, you know, cause like some mouses have that back button that's on the side, and it's like if your thumb hits it just slightly, it'll pull you right out. And I was like, oh shit.
That's all right. I asked Wallow what we gonna talk about.
We're gonna talk about something. We're gonna find something to talk about while you go.
I tell you, I wish KG was up here. He's at work right now.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can only imagine how that would. I might have to try to see if I can get him to come up and speak where we could talk about the what's going on over there on Twitter on Tuesday, because he would be the perfect person to tag team with as far as that discussion goes. But I have to see what his schedule is like on that day.
Yeah, I hope he is, because that's gotta
because I know that because I know that he can really go into areas with that I'm not that I could easily get lost in, but I can maneuver myself a little bit. But yeah, back to what I was talking about before I yeeted myself off my own live. With Ann Coulter, when she did that was hilarious, and his facial expression, it was priceless. Like, he couldn't hide that hurt if he wanted to.
Nope.
I wonder what her thoughts are right now with this whole situation, because I haven't even with her ex account.
Well, you already know how Ann Coulter feels. She straight up and down dub ass, and she's proud of it, and will tell you how proud of it she is. So if it was what I'm thinking, she probably feels a type of way about it. Probably, I don't know, because I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta look that up.
About it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to screenshot it and send it to KG and you. I'm gonna have to find that, because I want to know what she said.
Okay, we got somebody else that wants to come up. We got AW1. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chat.
Hey, AW1, how are you?
I'm good, Miss Niecy. How are you?
I am still breathing, so I'm blessed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Remind me of my mom and my aunts. Yeah. But anyway, since we're talking about people we don't like, let's talk about. I know we're exhausted by talking about it, but I'm gonna bring her up anyway. I just want to say, Torian, I'm proud of you. How you're not letting Candace Owens off the hook, because I didn't forget a lot of stuff she did say about our community. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, and I still got some more stuff to say about her.
Well, I like that short you put up. And now we know with definity who she root for, her Caribbean folks.
Yeah, she literally said it, and I had a troll that had left a comment. They were one of the first people to leave a comment under the short before anybody else did, and they wrote "edited." I'm sitting there saying to myself, I'm not even going to reply to you. I'm just going to block you, because I'm sitting there saying to myself, how was what she said even edited when it was a straight conversation? I literally pulled it from a longer clip And I got that one part right there. She literally said that her producer asked her, why don't we do more commentaries about people from the Caribbean, and almost in the same vein of how you come at Black Americans. And she said it right there and gave 2 examples. She said Rihanna and Nicki Minaj. And I said, okay, now we know you have a bias. And now it all makes sense. Because in the 2 examples I gave, she always talks about Beyonce and LeBron James. Those are the 2 people that she loves to go at. She loves going at them. And she basically told you, if you are Caribbean, that you will not get talked about in that vein by her. And she even mentioned her grandmother having a thick St. Tomian accent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta put
Also,
Cardi B in there.
something else.
I'm sorry, Miss Easton, but Cardi
I'm
B is
sorry.
third.
Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm just saying Cardi B is on that list too. She's third on that list. She may be Caribbean, but you know they go back and forth.
Yeah, they don't like each other.
Yeah, so she's number 3.
But I have something to say. Her stands talking about how she broke the story on Command Me. No, Black Alpha did that. He came with many invoices. Many.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what got me too.
Yep.
Was like when people were trying to give her all the credit for talking about her heritage, and I'm like, she was not the first person I heard that from.
No.
No, she wasn't.
And then by the time she said it, it was like we already been heard it. We heard about that way before she even said one word. And you can go back and look it up and see that we over here were the ones that talked about it way before she did. But because she has the bigger platform, they gave all the credit to her. And I'm just sitting here saying to myself, wow. And of course, she's going to take pride in being the one to do it. And she did endless videos about it until she couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
Because it was Professor Black Truth for me that broke the story, because he reposted a video he played 4 years ago about her.
Oh yeah, when he reposted the deception of Kamala Harris, and I said, and I listened from the very beginning to the very end. I watched it twice, and he called it.
Yeah,
4 years ago.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Torian, you know what I did earlier before this live?
What's that?
I went back into your archives, and I watched the one from 5 years ago about Roly Poly and the green-eyed monster.
You said 5 years ago. My goodness.
I ain't seen all your videos. I go back when I have nothing interesting to watch. I go back and watch some of your old videos.
Well, I appreciate that. I can't even remember, like you said, 5 years ago, because I'm sitting saying to myself, I've done so many videos that I wouldn't even know when you said 5 years ago, and then you said a Roly Poly. Then you got to break it down even further, because I've done so many videos on him.
Well, it's the one where he had this was after the during the 2016 elections, when he got fired from CNN and then TV1 for feeding the questions. That one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? He hasn't even been on my radar ever since November 5th. Like, he's fallen so far off my radar. That's why I said that when that election was over, the people that's going to be on the radar are like the ones that's, now, like your ramen noodles, your Elon Musk, the people around in the incoming 47. That's going to be the people that's going to be on the radar more so than them, because they're not the focal point right now, because they didn't win.
Yeah. He was trying to get on that bandwagon talking junk with, clowning everybody on MAGA. I was like, boy, if you can get off my damn timeline.
Was he wearing his dashiki muumuu?
Mm-hmm.
he killed me when he be wearing those muumuus.
Well, I thank y'all who are on X, because I never had any interest on being on that. I got rid of my Facebook 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like all the negative vibes I was getting. So kudos to y'all.
Yeah, X is just terrible.
Yeah, like I said, and speaking of that, I actually put up yesterday, I said MAGA's missing Jack Dorsey right about now.
I mean, everybody probably missing Jack Dorsey right now. Like, bro, Why am I seeing tweets from people I don't even follow? I'm like, what does that sense of that
when Elon bought it, and he messed the algorithm all up because at one point in time on Twitter, and I'm sure those who had Twitter, because Twitter only been around since like 2009. I remember when Twitter first came out. It came out when I was a junior in college. Like, no, maybe, well, depending on when in 2009, it could have been my second semester of my sophomore year, or it could have been me going into my first semester of my junior year. But it was in 2009. I do know it came out in 2009. And it was, Twitter back then was so smooth. It was so fresh. It was so easy to navigate. The only people that I was following back then, of course, were people I went to college with. That's pretty much all the people, probably a few celebrities, but mainly people I went to college with. I did not have the following I have now. I wasn't even talking the way I am now back then either. But then when Elon bought the platform and turned it into X, he messed the algorithm all up. That, like Wallo just said, you see people popping up on your timeline that you don't even follow. And I'm like, who are you? And it's like, how did you even end up on my timeline? We're not even talking about even remotely the same thing.
It's ridiculous.
I'll say this. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tori.
No, I was saying that the reason I keep those is because, you know, with me on here, so I can share out the video to, you know, people over there. And of course, another reason, but the main reason I keep my Facebook is because that's more personal. That's where people I went to college with are all on there. I have family on there. So that's more personal. So that's why I keep that. Instagram, that's just straight up entertainment. And of course, you know, the Discord, that's where we congregate.
Yeah, I don't do. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I don't do none of that stuff. Social media.
I ain't mad at you.
I mean, I'm strictly YouTube to get my news.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. Me too.
I remember I did a live with an influencer last year, like a collab with an influencer last year who does a lot of TikTok content. They were telling me that I should get TikTok. I said, I don't know if I want to get a TikTok. And here we are, fast forward to over a year later, and it looks like the society don't want people to be on TikTok either.
There it
did
is.
you hear that on 47 basically said he asked on the Senate to hold off on the TikTok ban?
They didn't even want that. That allegedly they didn't even want that to happen anyway. They knew they wanted to keep it.
No, they want to keep it and turn it to their own version. They want, like KG said, they want them to sell that app to the United States, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, the China not giving that up.
Hell no, they ain't giving that up. That's a $1 billion. That's a $1 billion app. Hell no.
Yep.
Well, I hope everybody does not deal with that Blue Sky app.
Mm-hmm.
Once I heard it was a DNC show app, I said nope.
No, I ain't get one.
Blue Sky is basically like this new app that they I don't know who created it, but it's basically to offshoot Twitter. That's basically what it is. And the setup even looks exactly the same. It's just that their logo is a blue butterfly.
Yeah.
All right, then, y'all. I'm all right, Torian. Thanks for having me up. I'm gonna head down now, and I'm about to play one of my favorite games, Mafia 3. And
I love that game.
I don't know why. I don't even know why. For some reason, that game popped up in my head and I think the reason is because they just recently had the Game Awards and they showed the trailer for the new Mafia.
Did you read the comment section?
What happened to the comment section? I ain't ready yet.
Yeah, all they said, thank God he's not black. Yes, he's not black.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
They only did one Mafia with the main character was a black dude, and he was like,
one and half black, right?
Like, damn.
Yeah, he was half black. He was black and Italian.
Yeah. And the thing is, what really set them off in Tori, you mentioned this this is my favorite mission on the game, is when you kill all them clans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that right. I'm gonna do that mission right now. But y'all have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, that was the best mission on the game.
Yeah, and that I remember that. I remember when they first started promoting that game. That particular mission was heavily promoted. That's what got people to want to buy the game, because rarely do you get a game that allows you to even do that. So yeah, and I remember the backlash behind that, and a lot of white people back then were saying they was going to buy it because the main character was black and Italian. So as you can see, even if they're half black, they still have a problem or an issue with it. So that's no surprise there. But yeah, they have a new Mafia game coming out next year. I think it's called Mafia Old Country. I think that's what the official title of it is. So like AW1 said, they was saying, thank God it's not a black person or a black man. Yes, you can breathe better now. But guess what? They won't be breathing too long because GTA 6 comes out next year, and they went off about that.
You heard about them going off about the girl that the girl looked too fat, and I was like, huh? I think she's the main character. The girl, she's a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I think they have two main characters. It's like the girl, and then they have a white guy.
Right.
But yeah, they had to find something to nitpick about. I'm sorry she's not a stick. I'm sorry she's not built like an ironing board.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know any of these games. As far as a video game for me, I'm telling my age, but it don't matter. Miss Pac-Man. That's it.
PC don't like no meat on their bones.
It's clearly evident. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that because you had that Elijah Schaefer who got checked last year for what he said about Halle Bailey, and he had posted up this video from an HBCU, and I guess the girls who was like, I don't think they were dancers, but they were like the flag girls. I don't know who they were, but some of them, you might have saw the same video. He posted it.
I saw it.
And he tried to talk about, obesity and everything like that. And ironic, he used that video. And then when I was scrolling through the thread, someone had posted up a picture of, I guess you could say, more in shaped black women. And then someone left a comment underneath that video and said that they still have a lot of meat on them. And I'm like, so y'all really, really like these really rail, thin women that look like they have a damn eating disorder. Because when they showed the women that were more like curvier, they weren't fat.
They won't. It ain't nothing wrong with them meat on the bone now. I mean, Jesus, somebody likes to cut up with some thickness now. That's funny enough, but damn.
I said low key. That's probably why and I'm gonna talk about this in the live too on New Year's. My New Year's live is gonna be about how they crashed out about Beyonce's halftime performance on Christmas Day.
Oh, I watched that. I watched that on YouTube. It was all right. It was all right. That's all.
Yeah, they crashed out about it because they tried to say she was committing cultural appropriation. Yes, someone actually did say that, but I'll go into that on New Year's because that's gonna be my New Year's live.
Hey Torian, are you gonna talk about a certain individual who actually came out and defended Beyonce? Or you never heard, or you haven't heard that person yet?
I didn't hear them yet.
Hell. All I gotta say is hell froze over. You ain't got no guesses yet.
Is it a man or a woman?
It's a woman.
It wasn't Candace, was it?
No, it's the white version of Kansas.
The Saltine Queen.
Yep.
She crawled from under her rock, her boulder, and said something.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look into it.
I said hell froze over this year. Ain't no way. As much as that woman talked about Beyonce and you defended her, oh my goodness. Yeah, hell froze over.
Well, gentlemen, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I got somebody knocking on my door, and it better not be my son, because I told I love my child. Don't misunderstand me, but one day, and then I need this my breather day. You know what I'm saying? I won't be bothered.
Yes,
okay. All right. Thanks for coming up, Miss Niecy.
All right. Bye.
And if anybody else would like to come up, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. Just click it, and I will bring you in. But yeah. But speaking of Super Bowl, I can't wait to see what Kendrick's Super Bowl halftime show going to look like. That's going to be something. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, I hope he brings some people out from Cali. I think that as long as he don't bring out that lefty gunplay, though, I don't want to see him. We don't want to see him sing four words. We don't want to see that. Bring out
Well,
Future and bring out Metro Boomin. That's fine.
I'm sure he might bring out SZA.
Oh yeah, he definitely gonna bring out SZA. He definitely gonna bring her fine ass out there.
Because they about to go on tour.
Yeah, that's gonna be very obvious. So whoever else he brings out is gonna be like,
And speaking of Kendrick, let's talk about the year he has had. My God, talking about bringing a huge, I guess you could say shining a huge light on the culture with that beef he had with Aubrey, because we ain't calling him Drake.
mm-hmm.
Back, I said when he dropped Not Like Us, I wonder if he knew then the global impact that would have had, because that went outside of the States, that went across the globe, the world heard it.
So not just the country, the whole damn world. It was already in rotation playing. That's how good it was. Ain't too many songs do that no more these days like that.
Mm-hmm. It's like and it was everywhere, and I think the thing that a lot of people loved about it was that when people were reacting to the song on YouTube in particular, he removed the copyright from it so people could get paid from it. So if you reacted to Not Like Us back in May when he lifted the copyright restriction and you got a lot of views off of it, you got paid nicely via AdSense in May for the month of May.
I saw what DJ Mustard said when he put the song out. He said after like 15 minutes, he said he was dropping his girlfriend off or something like that at a party, and they already was playing at the party. He said he was like, damn, they like it that much? He didn't realize how much it was gonna he didn't realize how good it was until he heard the song, and then he heard it like at a party like 15 minutes later. He was like, damn, he said they really love this song.
Yeah, and then he did
man.
And then he did the pop out in out there in Cali, and that was on Amazon, and that was another huge event. And then he did it on Juneteenth, which was like very symbolic. And I remember, I didn't watch it live, but I watched the recap. I think it was on YouTube, and he did Not Like Us like 5 times in a row. And it's like every time he did it, it got louder and louder and louder. And then he brought like a lot of people from out there on stage with him. Like that was amazing. And then of course you had the a certain group that got salty about it. I made sure to go in on them about that too.
Yep, and they got upset, and then they tried to backtrack. Like, no, you don't even know the culture. You talk about where we help create the culture, but you don't even know what the culture is all about. Like, make it make sense.
Exactly.
He was like, I think it was about something with Selma. I was like, what? I thought I wanted to go through that screen and bitch slap him for saying something stupid like that. You don't even know history in this country, but yet you want to be a part of this country. Okay, all right. People don't think, Torian, people just don't think when they talk no more. They just don't. They just talk just to hear themselves talk.
They don't they think on impulse. Whatever comes to their mind in that moment, they just go straight for it. Like they make a beeline and go straight there, especially if it's in a very anti-black stance. Then then that's exactly the direction they head for.
Yeah, good God, no, man. These folks, we went in on them. Everybody went in on their asses. Like, how you gonna sit here and say you part of the culture, you helped create the culture, you don't even know what Juneteenth is and what it represents and symbolizes and all this other stuff. And then the dude went out and make like a 9-minute video trying to explain himself, and he just bibble babbled the whole time. I was like, you did all that for nothing, my guy. Boy, 2025 is gonna be something serious. I can feel it. It's gonna be something serious.
I don't think anybody but Cat Williams could have predicted what was going to happen this year. But yeah, like that like this year has been very interesting. But we also, along with this year, we also lost some icons too. We lost some legends.
Yeah, we just recently lost Greg Gumbel from CBS from college basketball. We just recently lost him. He was 78. Dang. Shout out to him and his family today. He was 78, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm correct. So his family.
Yeah, we lost. I actually had to pull up a list of people that we lost this year, and of course you mentioned Greg Gumbel. I think they're doing it from most recently, and then they go back. So of course Greg Gumbel. We lost Art Evans. The actor Art Evans. He just recently passed. Ricky Henderson, the baseball player.
Yep.
Let's see who else. Nikki Giovanni, the author.
Yeah.
Well, not the. I'll say the author. Not she wasn't an author. Well, she probably was, but she was a poet. I do know that. Let's see. I'm scrolling through to see who else that we have. And it's a lot of people. Like someone said in the chat, Tito Jackson.
Yeah,
James
Tito.
James Earl Jones, Tony Todd. We lost Candyman this year, y'all. We lost Candyman.
How old was Candyman?
Tony Todd, I think he was in his 60s. I think he was like 67, if I'm not mistaken. Damn. I think he was in his 60s. Also, Carl Weathers, like someone else said, James Earl Jones. We lost Quincy Jones passed this year.
Yeah, Quincy. I didn't know Quincy was that damn old, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, who else do we have here? It's a lot of people.
We lost Kobe. I think Kobe Bryant's dad passed away too, right?
I don't know. I can't remember if it's that. Was it this year?
It was this year or last year. Somebody in the chat know. I don't know if it was this year or last year his dad passed away.
Cissy Houston, Whitney's mother.
Yeah.
John Amos.
Yeah.
And now that one got me because he passed in August, and we didn't find out till like a month and a half later.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? They're like, we already buried his ass. Damn. Okay.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh yeah, he passed away from cancer.
Let's see who else we have here. Frankie Beverly from Frankie Beverly and Maze. Oh yeah, Jennifer said Jelly Bean Bryant.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Let's see. For those, I forgot Rich Homie Quan died this year.
Oh yeah, damn, yeah,
I forgot he did. I forgot that he did. Like as I'm scrolling through, I forgot. That's why I almost had to go and look up to see if this was correct.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Rich Homie. And then it was another rapper who just passed away after he owned. You remember what was that song that came out? Is it 10 years ago? Oh, it was OG on Marco. What is that song called? Bitch, you guessing? Dun, dun. Whew. You remember that song? Yeah, he passed. They said he had some type of disease and he ended up shooting himself, and he passed away from the gunshot wound like a couple weeks later, or something like that. I said, damn.
Let's see. We got Fat Man Scoop.
And that hurt my feelings right there. Fat Man Scoop. That's the ultimate hype man.
Yeah, he passed away like right on the stage.
Doing what he loved. That's hip hop's ultimate hype man. You ain't gonna find nobody better than him.
Also, we lost another Amos, Wally Amos. The creator of famous Amos cookies.
Yeah, them cookies ain't been the same since he sold them.
Yeah. Erica Ash, the actress. You remember that? Does anybody remember that show, Survivor's Remorse? She played on there. She played the older sister on that show. That was a good show. That was a funny show. Let's see, who else do we have here? Yeah, I'm scrolling through it. It did mention Joe Jellybean Bryant. Jacoby Jones used to play for the Ravens.
Oh yeah. I remember him passing away. That was sad too.
Also that football player for the Minnesota who played for the Vikings, Kyrie Jackson. They said he was in a died in a car accident. I remember that.
Yeah, I was a rookie if I'm not mistaken, or a draft pick or something like that.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah, he was a rookie.
Yeah.
Who else do we have here? Oops, lost the page. I gotta go. Now I gotta scroll through this whole list again because I clicked on something. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find my spot. Oh, I forgot he passed. Bill Cobbs. I forgot he passed this year. That man. I feel like that man been. That man been not Bill Cosby. Bill Cobbs, the actor. You know, he was. In, He was in New Jack City. He was the one that took out Nino Brown at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
He was also in that movie Air Bud. He was in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. He had a pretty lengthy career. Willie Mays, the football player. Angela Bofield. For anybody who that song, I forgot what it's a song that she had. Tonight I Give In. To all of my seasoned folks in the chat, y'all know exactly what song I'm talking about. I don't want to say elders. I'm gonna say my seasoned folk, those who are very well versed with songs from back in those times. Tonight I Give In is probably my favorite song by her. Oh yeah, Link, he wasn't a bodyguard. He sure was. He definitely was.
Oh yeah, he sure was. That was a good movie, by the way.
It was. Let's see, who else do we have here? It's a lot of people. Oh yeah. Okay, Wallow J, did you watch the show Gen V?
Gen
V. It was the spinoff of The Boys.
No, I didn't watch. Oh, you talking about one of the young boys that died?
Yeah, the one who died in the motorcycle accident. I forgot about him.
I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and I had talked about it. Gen V was a good show. Like, and I can't wait for season 2. But I think they had to like postpone season 2 clearly because of his passing.
Yeah,
because he had to find a new actor to play his part because he was the main character. But
I remember that one. Yeah,
he had died in a he had died in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, once you said The Boys, I knew who he was talking about. I said, yeah, I know who he's talking about now. Excuse me. Sorry.
Of course, OJ. I'm scrolling through OJ Simpson. You know, he passed this year too.
That death was so bipolar, it wasn't even funny for like 2 days.
Yeah, you know why. You had people that were saying RIP and the other ones saying good riddance.
Like, oh, he did it. He didn't do it. He never got convicted of it. We ain't going. And then the crazy part about it was they released, what was it? TMZ that released a documentary trying to basically say, well, this was some stuff from the trial they didn't bring up. Okay, well, why didn't they? Should have did it. He was a black man, so they could have used every single evidence against him.
Just saying. Like Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer just put in there Ryan Levert, Eddie Levert's youngest daughter. That was shocking.
Yeah.
Oh, she was only from lupus, only 22.
Jesus, damn.
And it's crazy because it's like Eddie Levert is practically outliving all of his kids.
Yeah, almost all his kids are gone now.
Yeah, he already lost what two or three sons, and now a daughter.
Yeah, that's just sad.
Louis Gossett Jr. I forgot he did pass this year.
Man, it'd be so many people you passing away. You'd be like, damn, I forgot. Oh yeah, what was that woman that you remember? What was that show called on Charmed?
Oh, Shannon Doherty.
Yeah, because my mom used to watch that show.
I knew she didn't have long to go because I had read about her cancer was like getting very bad. Yeah. So when I was looking at her like recent pictures, she looked that cancer was taking over her body bad, and I knew she didn't have long. I knew she didn't have long to go. Jennifer said that Eddie Levert has 4 older children, but I'm just saying it's crazy because he's outliving most of his kids. Every time it's like when you look up and I'm like, and I see the name Levert, and it's like someone's passed, it's one of his kids, and I'm like, that's just wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Also,
I'm sorry.
You also wanted to highlight this other woman. Her name was, and I actually talked about her. I don't know if it was in a live or if it was in a post that I made on the community tab. Her name was Jessica Petway. She was a makeup artist or makeup influencer online, and she was only like 38. She was very young, but anyway, she went in there. They said that she had a cervical cancer diagnosis, but they misdiagnosed her with having fibroids. And because they misdiagnosed her, they couldn't get to the actual treatment for what she actually had in time, and she ended up dying. I said, if I was her husband, because she was married with, I think, 2 kids, that hospital would have got sued into the ground.
So,
and I hope he did. And shout out to Church for becoming a member of the channel.
Shout out Church. Also, rest in peace to our brother on West. Wait, I'm sorry.
And also Jennifer, Wanda Smith. I still remember that time her and Cat Williams was going at it. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
man, that was funny as hell. I mean, they had black people on social media in a stranglehold with that one for days. That was hilarious.
Ooh, he roasted her so damn bad. Her husband got upset, tried to come after him. That's how bad it was. He roasted the hell out of her. Oh yeah. Also, we still send our condolences out to LB and his family.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we recently lost him. I actually talked to LVZ on the day before. I think it was the day before Christmas. Was it the day before? I think it was, because he had called me, but I was on my way somewhere and I couldn't have the full conversation. And I think I had called him back later on that evening. But yeah, I remember talking to him about what happened with LB, and we was on the phone for like a good hour. But yeah, definitely RIP to LB, and condolences to him and his family. I don't know if it's anybody else on here that too many of us would be familiar with, but yeah, I was looking. Oh yeah, how could I forget this one? Eric Mays.
This year?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right
here.
It was
last year for some reason.
I'm looking at it right now. It said he died this year. And I think it was this year. I think he died early. It was early this year.
It must have been in January, February. He must have died.
I think it was around February. Man, I said you were not going to get another person like him ever in life. I found myself going. I remember last year. I found myself going through. Excuse me. I found myself going through his compilation videos of him cussing people out and doing point of order and just cracking up. This man used to have them people tight. I mean, he was not allowing them to get away with nothing.
Sure didn't. We need more people like him. God, no, I'll be laughing. I'll be like, he be getting it. Ain't all of them. The white ones, the black ones, he didn't care. You was gonna get that work regardless.
Definitely.
Beautiful, beautiful thing. Very beautiful. Oh yeah, Sheila Jackson Lee passed away too this year.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she had I think she had pancreatic cancer, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that, yeah.
I think she did. I was told people, I said pancreatic cancer is like one of the worst forms of cancer, because I think that's the one where it can spread very fast as soon as you detect it. And it's like you got to get on it immediately. And it's like if you don't catch it right then and there, it's gonna spread. Because I remember my uncle passed from that. He back, I forgot what year it was. He had got diagnosed with it in, I can't remember what year, but month. He found out in October of that year, and he asked the doctors how long did he have to live, and they told him you got about 6 months. That man was gone in November. Not shortly after he got diagnosed.
Yeah, I think if I'm mistaken, my grandma passed away from that too. She was like in her early 70s though, but still.
Yeah, and also Jennifer Wade said Jerry West, the person that they made the NBA logo after.
Oh, yep. Yeah, the logo.
So we lost some big names this year. RIP to all of them. You know it is. You know it is what it is. That's just unfortunately that's just how life is. If it was life was a perfect thing, people would live to infinity. But everybody has a time. We're only here for a limited time. So make sure y'all take care of yourselves while you're here. Enjoy life, live life, and all of that good stuff. That's why people say don't live life so uptight. PD said that he said his brother had pancreatic cancer and only made it 4 months. Yeah, like I said, that pancreatic cancer is like one of the worst ones because it spreads so fast. And the thing is, it's like I think it's one of the ones where it's like hard to detect early on. Jennifer said Aretha was one of the longest cases with pancreatic cancer, that she had it for over 4 years. Yeah, she was one of the rare ones because usually people won't even make it 4 months.
Some people don't last a month or two.
Yeah, like my uncle, for instance.
Yeah, it just depends.
Right. Buzzer Cam, I see that you're here, but for some reason it says that your devices are not connected. So I don't know if so it's not going to allow me to bring you up.
I'm surprised church and you bring your ass up here. Let me stop.
He probably has some. He might have something to do because I think he only left. Like he only put down to acknowledge his membership, and he didn't type anything since.
Yeah, because you know me and him had a little budding rivalry trying to get up here first. You'll be all right, church. I still forgive you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a midday stream tomorrow. It's gonna be on Malika Andrews.
Oh God. Are you talking about what she said that she don't hate black men?
Yep. And I'm here to say, Malika, none of us believe you. None of us believe. And I found out, and it's crazy because I found out something interesting, not about her, but about her mother. Because you know her mother, her mother is white. But I found out something interesting about her mother. It's not. I wouldn't say that it's like something crazy, but it has something to do with a book. But y'all will see what I'm talking about. To mine, the way I found out about it was when I was looking up like different articles and videos and stuff to incorporate into that live. But that'll be a stream that I do tomorrow.
Yeah, because I've noticed like they don't feature her as much as they used to on ESPN. I don't know what it is. I know it's basketball season, but they don't push her out there as much, which is a good thing because people get tired.
People when I first heard of her, I didn't know who she was, and they were saying like, "Oh, she is like Sage Steel 2.0." I said, "Say no more."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "We already know how Sage gets down. Do we really need another one?" And on Church said he's working at the moment. I kind of figured he had to have been busy. That's why he didn't come up. Okay. All right. Okay, Buzz Kim. I just saw your message. All right, I'm about to bring you in. Buzzer Cam, what's going on? Wait, hold on. Say that again. It sounds like you're kind of far away. I can barely hear you.
Hold on.
Okay, you sound better. Like at first you sounded like you was far, like really far away.
Oh, far away. Can you hear me enough?
Yeah, I can hear you better now. How you doing?
Okay, good. I'm just coming in to say hi to everybody and stuff like that. I got kind of like late and stuff like that. I didn't know you were doing these Saturday off Robert classes. You usually used to do the Friday freestyle stuff. I guess you retired that.
Yeah, I used to.
Live stuff
Yes. I switched it up. Like I switched it up starting last month, but usually I would do them in the afternoon. But because it's the last one of the year, I decided to do it in the evening. But next time when I do it, which will be on the last Saturday of January, it'll go right back to being in the afternoon again.
Okay, that's great because usually my maybe you doing live. Usually do the mics like every Friday and talking about the topic, what's going on in the daily news and stuff like that. The real raw rush of it instead of the corporate one instead. You used to do that all the time, but now you're doing it every day, kind of like daily life stuff, and any kind of topic on news stuff. Yeah, if somebody to come in to talk about it, because that's very much needed to get part of out
Okay.
this year doing that. So congratulations you doing that. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so go for you with doing that and stuff like that. I just come on here and talk for a moment. I'm in here in the kitchen cooking and stuff. I just want to say hi and have a good luck with next year, what's going on and stuff. And you know how you guys what you say. And I heard you guys talk about the pancreas cancer stuff like that. Well, I just got up here for a moment. What's up with that?
Wait, say that last part again.
I heard you guys talk about pancreas cancer and stuff like that. Well, I just got into it not too long ago.
Okay.
But definitely so the tax rate this year. That's why I got in it. Like that. But I don't have much too much to say. I ain't got things to tell yet. But next time when I come back again, I'm gonna if you have any kind of chance to do this like Saturday, sound off again. I'm trying my best to get things to tell next time. Or you do your live stream, something like that, any day you could, okay? I
Okay.
just wanted to come in and talk and say hi, okay? Okay, I'll talk to you another time where I get the chance to do it, okay?
All
And,
right. You have a
and
good
I don't
one.
know how to. Okay, no problem. Bye.
All right. Shout out to Buzzer Can for coming up.
Yeah, he been up in a while. Shout out to
I
him.
know because usually he comes up for these type of lives.
Yeah,
because those are the ones he can typically catch. That's why he brought up the Freestyle Friday, because that's the one I used to have before I switched over to Sound Off Saturday.
yeah, Spidey. We ain't heard from you for a while neither, Spidey. Jesus Christ.
Right, I'm glad. Yeah, oh yeah, Spidey used to. No, Spidey used to be you. You know, like how you would always be the first one to like come up. Spidey, like whenever I had the Freestyle Friday, Spidey used to stay coming up for the Freestyle Friday. We haven't seen Spidey in the chat it's been a while. Now that you brought his name up.
Yeah, I hope you're doing all right, brother. I really do.
I do too.
If something happened to you, blame Miss Niecy.
You about to make her come back up here and try to cuss you out.
You're damn right. I was drop down fast. Let me stop before I get cursed out. I am not trying to get cursed out today. It is Saturday.
Yeah.
It is Saturday.
And it's crazy because I'm looking at my the videos I gotta upload for the month of June. Like I'm looking at it, I have enough videos to cover me for the first 3 weeks of January.
Damn. I just thought about it. When you gonna do another Migrant Madness? I just thought about that.
That's a good question. I know I've been neglecting that for quite some time. But a lot of the migrant stories that I've been getting are like Patreon based. Like the one that the one that I did yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. It was a south of the Borderian who violated this 14-year-old girl.
Jesus Christ. What state was this? Texas?
I can't remember what state it was in. But I'm sure anybody who is subscribed to the Patreon, and first off, shout out to everybody who was subscribed to my Patreon. I met a goal that I didn't even expect to reach. Like one of my initial goals was to get 100 patrons, which I did reach that goal earlier, like maybe at the halfway point of the year. I think back in May is when I reached it. But now I'm at like 220, so I reached another goal. And you know, when you get that many subscribers over there on Patreon, and because that's something that you got to pay monthly for, like that's not easy. You know, like shout out to everyone who decided they want to listen to those wild and crazy stories, because y'all could have easily be like, oh no, this is a little too much, and it is a lot. Like the one I highlighted today on my community tab about the guy who was playing his video games and he got annoyed at the baby crying. And he picked the baby up and threw it against the wall.
Like Professor Back Truth's on crime report he did a couple of weeks ago about the boy that killed his parent, deleted his parents because they told him he needed to go get a job.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of stories, and I have to give a huge shout out to Tawana in the Discord because she's not in the chat right now, but she is like my news reporter. Like she be sending me, you know how I don't know how long Wallager you've been subscribed to me, but I remember when
about 2 years now.
Okay, then you wasn't there then. But when I was just getting back in the groove of things of doing like YouTube and everything like that. Lisa Cabrera, before she started her YouTube channel, she used to always send me stories when I used to have my email set up, but I shut the email down because it was getting so spammy. And I used to always give her a shout out whenever she would send me stories. And everyone kept asking about her. And then one day I just sent her an email and said, Lisa, have you ever thought about making commentaries of your own? And she said, no, I didn't think about it. I said, I think you should because you send me a lot of stories and people are now getting familiar with you. And I said, if you create a channel, I'll help to put you out there so people can know where to find you. And now look at where she's at now.
Yeah, Miss Lisa be balling now. God knows. Shout out to Miss Lisa. She got her own hair care products. Y'all need to go get that and subscribe to her channel, Miss Lisa Cabrera. Go subscribe to her right now. Because did she do a live? No, she didn't do a live. No, she did do a live today.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Oh, Manson Milson said might be a bit much for me on Patreon, but shout out to Torian Stan on her. Yeah, like I told you, the Patreon, like I tell people, the Patreon stories are very extreme. As a matter of fact, a person who's about to come up can actually explain it because they are on Patreon. And you spoke her up, Wallow.
I heard what you said, Wallow. But anyway, one other person, Torian, in memoriam to Sean from the Shy.
See, I stopped watching The Shy.
No, I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about Sean, your auntie from the Shy.
Yeah. But you know what? I think she passed last year, though.
Yeah, it's been about a year now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think she passed in September of last year. But remember, I had got on here and I said I didn't know she had passed.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I completely. I had like forgot. I was like The Shy. I was like, I don't watch The Shy, but then I realized. But yeah, Sean from The Shy. She definitely was a huge part of this channel as well as other people's channels in the new Black media. Like you would see her all over Black people's channels, and you always knew she always let her presence be known in that chat. And if she came up, she let her presence be known on here. She kind of, it's almost like when I heard her talk, it was almost like I was getting like two opposites. I was getting two sides of the same coin, where I had on one side of the coin, I had Sean from the Shy, and on the other side, I had Miss Nisi. No matter what side of that coin you was on, you was going to get an earful.
Well, I loved her spirit, her aura. She was genuine. She was real. And I miss her presence.
Yeah, definitely. She definitely had a presence to her. She had a very magnetic presence. So like whenever she spoke, you hung off of every word that she spoke. And I like, like when she came up and she spoke, she said what she had to say. And I like how everybody just got quiet. Like when she got up here and spoke, when I used to have like bring people up and have it like a full panel and all the mics would be unmuted. When she came up and spoke, I made sure every mic was muted. But that's another thing too, and I'm glad Wallow brought Spidey up because Spidey always used to have 21 questions for Sean from the Shy every time she came up. He loved to pick her brain.
Mm-hmm. And she really educated the family because I learned so much that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but definitely RIP to her and condolences out to her family.
Mm-hmm.
Because she always talked about her kids as well.
Yeah. All right. This is it for me for the evening. Wallow.
But before you go, let the people know what it's like over there on Patreon, because I can say it because I'm the person who puts the content out there. But let them hear from a person who is a consumer of it. What's going on over there?
Over in Patreon,
mm-hmm.
All I have to say, do not eat anything because some of them stories is so out there. I can't even put it in words. They out there.
That sounds about right.
I mean, that's evil personified on Patreon, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
and that's why I said that's why I created it, because I would get, because Tawana, and shout out again to her, because she's also she's over on Patreon as well. She would send me so many stories like that, and it's like I can't put them on here, but I don't want them to not be seen either. So what can I do with this? And I said, you know what? Let me just put them on Patreon. And that's why it kind of just went how you described it, Miss Nisi, that it boggles my mind that people actually want to hear these kind of stories. I mean, they don't want to hear them, but it's like, wow, it's like you can't help but be like, what? It's in the sense of like, this could be going on in your backyard and you don't even know it.
well, this is how I choose to look at it.
Okay.
Those stories on Patreon, ain't no way in hell we gonna see it on mainstream media. No way.
Oh, that, you got a good point. You definitely got a good point. That's why whenever a few days pass and I post up on the community tab, it says new Patreon exclusive, and then I put the picture there of whoever I'm talking about. Then I put the title, then the link. That way, it kind of gives people like a hint, like, oh God, what in the world?
Mm-hmm.
What am I about to hear? What am I about to see that's going on over there?
Hi, Tamika. How are you?
What's going on, Tamika?
Hello. Yeah, I said like that'd be all right.
Well, anyway, I'm dropping off. I'm gonna take me a short nap before the Black Authority comes on. He's gonna be talking about Ramaswamy and the backlash.
As all of us are going to be doing. I'm gonna shut it down right before he goes live, because I might want to peek in over there and see what he got to say about that too. I already know he about to go in.
Now, let me ask both of y'all: do y'all ever listen to his other channel, The Business?
Every now and then, it depends on who he's talking about.
Well, last night's live stream. Now I was watching Black Alpha, so that's what I appreciate about YouTube. You can watch at your convenience. But last night I watched The Business mainly for laughs, because Jason be cracking me up.
Yeah.
The way he be. Go ahead.
I remember the time that it went well. One time when I definitely tuned into The Business was when he was going in on Pearl last year. That was a moment. Right, that whole saga right there was insane, and that was actually the first time I actually called in.
I heard you.
That was the first time I ever called in there to weigh in on that, because I called into there one time, and then I remember one time on the Black Authority channel, I called in for a whole separate topic. So, yeah,
but I heard you on the one on Pearl. Yeah, he freaking feed her.
Yeah, that was one of his longest streams on that channel. Like he started that stream at like maybe 8 o'clock, and he was like, it was like almost 1 o'clock in the morning by the time he was done, because so many people called in. And he wanted to hear from as many people as possible, but a lot of people had opinions on that topic. I mean, and rightfully so.
Well, his live last night was on, how did he put it? Cold, lonely, or desperate. All the women who are past their prime, i.e. Kim Kardashian and all that stuff. I was just listening, because for me, that's my comedy hour, because I'm, like I said, Jason be cracking me up. Yes. The way he breaks it down, and he ain't lying.
No, especially when he get on them tethers calling, he be killing their asses.
Well, as he always say, I got to read the mail, and he be reading it. All right, love you both, y'all. Have a blessed rest of the weekend.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
All right, Tony, I'm going to go ahead and land my plane. Just like Miss Nisi, you be one. Hello, everybody in the chat. I'll go right back into the chat.
All right. Shout out to Miss Nisi and Wallow J for hanging out with me, as well as all the others that came up and spoke with me on this laid back evening. with the sound off Saturday end of the year edition. Usually I only allow people to sound off on just 2 things, but I said it's the end of the year. Let y'all sound off as much as y'all needed to or wanted to, but we'll be going back to regular scheduled programming at the end of January, the last Saturday of January. But I think we're about to shut it down here too, because I know some people are going to want to go over to TBA's channel to tune in to what he got to say about what's going on over there at Twitter, because I kind of want to see what he's going to say too. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about it on Tuesday. That's going to be my Tuesday live, and it's going to start. I think that one's going to be at around 4 o'clock, around that time period. So I definitely can't wait to talk about that. But I think I'm going to shut this stream down. This is the last Sound Off Saturday of the year. We will be back again in January, and it's going to be at its regular time, which is going to be at 12 p.m. noon. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But it's not going to be the last stream of the year. Remember, tomorrow we have the midday stream on Malika Andrews and all her foolishness. That's going to be tomorrow. I know y'all can't wait to hear about that. And then on Tuesday, we're going to be talking about, and hopefully I can reach out to KG and he can be available, about what's been going on Twitter with Elon and ramen noodles. And that'll be the official last stream of 2024. With that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. If y'all are going over to TBA's channel, I'll see y'all over there. If not, I will talk to you all tomorrow. And with that being said, either way, enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe and be one.